Hey yo, what's up everyone? Welcome to day 7 of my world tour. We're still not flying, still not hitchhiking. Oh, sorry, we are hitchhiking and we are sleeping in a tent. So get ready, and we are in Uzbekistan right now, Central Asia. We already crossed Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan and currently in Uzbekistan. Almost done with Uzbekistan. Yup, and we are today in Khiva.
мінекей мен ұйықтаған жерім инеліктер өте көп.
So as I told you guys in the previous episode, it was really hard to get to Khwarezm, this region of Uzbekistan, because it was a heat wave, unforeseeable, 40 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Celsius. So I arrived late at night at Urgench, in this garden. It was a beautiful, beautiful garden. The trucker dropped me off here. And I took the bus to get to Khiva, which is like the historic place with historic buildings. And we're exploring that for today. So yeah.
түріктердің devletтерінің мемлекеттерінің жаңағы тулары ғой, түркі халықтардың. Міне мынау бөрі. Ежелгі түркілер, білмесеңіздер, қасқырды санаған ата бабасы ретінде. Бәріміз қасқырдан жаратылғанбыз екен, бөріден.
So I went to this castle, arrived, and I'm gonna explore it. It's called Ichang Kala. It's like an ancient or medieval castle of the Turks. It was part of the Silk Road, the road that connected ancient China to ancient Rome. So.
Қандай, сәндімін. Ішіне керек. Қазақстан.
Yeah, I look pretty unusual for Uzbek people, so everyone was asking me where I'm from.
Ал бәрекелді. Қандай? Бауырым, сен ше? Өзбек місің? Міне бұл Ичан қала деген жер. Мен туристердің жүретін жері ғой.
Yeah, I remind you guys that this is July 2024, so it's still really, really hot, the weather. But yeah, it was a very touristic place. I walked around the city a little bit. I'll just show you some fragments so you can enjoy. During this part of my journey, I was still okay finding vegetarian food, even though I was in the heart of Central Asia. And if you guys remember, I was still teaching English online, working online and making money that way. And I just sat down at any random shop during this time, and yeah, I had my lessons and I ate some really good food with this beautiful view. To be honest with you, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just traveling for the sake of traveling. There was absolutely no point in anything for me. It was cool though, seeing people, interacting with people. I was always international, especially after my time studying in America. This was like a breath of fresh air. After being in Kazakhstan, trapped for so long, it felt like movement was my only meaning. And when I stayed, all the shadows came back to haunt me. This is beautiful, these kinds of places. They show you the other side of the world. And traveling like this also opens up, I don't know how to explain, but it kind of makes you think about life less, like about the heaviness of all. I was really, really, really depressed at that time. Even though you can't see it, I think travel was like kind of my therapy at that moment.
맞아. 나 қазақтың ой орнего. Кілең осындай.
Did you guys hear what she said? She said konnichiwa. I'm guessing it's because I look East Asian. Yes, of course. A lot of people in my travels, even like fellow Turkish people, they thought that I was Chinese or something or Japanese. They always greet me ni hao, konnichiwa and stuff. And at this point, it was slightly irritating, but then it got worse and worse and worse. And then when I got to Iran, you will see later, that started pissing me off for real.
Никино. Қателеспесем мына жұма мешіті.
Oh my god, I remember this place. This was the masjid where everyone was praying. Basically, it was getting dark. Not in the video, a little bit later, I walked around and everything. Then it started getting dark and I started getting worried because I don't have a place to sleep, right? I need to find a place to pitch my tent and everything. I can't just, I don't have money for the hostel and stuff. So, I went to this masjid. I was wearing the shorts. You probably saw it earlier. And it was my first time trying to like kind of blend in because I was doing the pilgrimage to the city of Muslims, the most Muslim place in the world. And I didn't know how to do namaz, I didn't know how to do prayer, and I went into the masjid with shorts and stuff. It was really dark, and I realized like people around me, like they came up to me after I exited the masjid and they were like, hey bro, are you like recently Muslim? Are you from South Korea? I'm like, no, hell, I'm just from Kazakhstan. I recently started kind of embracing Islam or whatever. And I expected that they would help me, that they would offer me a place to sleep or something. I know it was foolish of me, but I was scared. I was kind of hoping for that. And instead, you know what they said? They said, you should not wear shorts in the masjid. And then I felt so much anger toward them because I was like, damn, man, if you ask me where I'm going and stuff. Oh, actually, I did tell them that I'm going to Mecca and stuff. And I was hoping that they would, offer me a place to sleep or help me out. But they didn't. They just wanted to tell me how wrong I was for praying a wrong way. And it just emphasized how much, or emphasized the reason of why I hated Islam so much up to this point in my journey, in my life journey. That's the exact reason why I'm going to Mecca, right? But it was just so annoying. Yeah, it was kind of heartbreaking. And then I had to find a place to sleep on my own, which was a good thing. I mean, I had to learn to do that sooner or later. In this stage, I'm the same as you guys. I am still new to this type of lifestyle. I'm used to having my own bed, having my own roof over my head all the time. So when this happened, I was kind of scared every night. Actually, I was scared every night. But yeah, with this Uzbek guy, I think he studied in London or something. He spoke Russian very well. So we spoke Russian and we decided to climb the wall. And I was super scared. I didn't want to pay a fine. It was a beautiful view of the city, though, from one of these holes that you are about to see in a minute. But the security guard told us to come down. So we came down. And then I met this... Oh, I remember also I met this gentleman. I was eating dinner. It was already dark. And he was sitting across the table from me outside. And I asked him where he was from. He was clearly a Westerner. And instead of answering my question... I tried guessing, and I kept guessing, and I said Canada. He said no. And then in the very end, like, I kept trying and trying. I don't know, like, sometimes I get this ADHD thing. I start, like, trying to figure out the answer to my question that I have in my head too much. And maybe I was nagging at them, and then they said Quebec. And I felt, like, shame. Like, I was, like, a cockroach, next to this, wealthy, well-off, with money, who has a hotel bed and stuff, Westerner. As compared to me, it's xenocentrism. It's not a good thing, but I still felt it at that point. Sometimes I feel it too, but I notice it. But yeah, I played with a dog. It was a nice Uzbek family.
Salam.
They let me use the bathroom. They let me chill a little bit. We talked a little bit. They gave me tea too. But yeah, this was my day. And afterwards, I decided to just order a taxi. I picked a point on the map where it could be a good place, like a garden, and the taxi driver drove me there, after which I tried to pay him money, but he refused. He was really nice when I told him that I'm going to Mecca and stuff, and he drove around, and we drove around, and he helped me pick a spot, and I picked this spot, which was really, really, like, I don't know, abandoned looking garden with a bunch of apple trees and stuff. And there was a lot of
New
spiders.
Simba?
Oh my god, this was like super scary for me. I felt crazy. I looked at myself from outside and I was like, what are you doing, Reinbeck? Are you crazy? What are you doing in the middle of the night in some random apple garden tree plot in Uzbekistan? Pitching a tent, looking for a place to pitch a tent? That's crazy. And there was a road right off to the side. Someone could have come. Someone could have done something. But either way, that was what happened. And here's the drive.